Okay, so we like making lists here at One Soccer. We like making controversial lists. So look at that handsome fella, Craig Forrest.
Look at that.
When he had hair a long time ago. So, best 11s. No one's got the right answer. There's lots of wrong answers. You have lots of wrong answers and right answers. We're going to upset you, but just email Oliver Platt here at One Soccer if you don't like the idea. Okay? We get right to
him. Give him Platty's number.
Give him the number? That's how we're going to do him?
Best men's 11 ever.
Woof.
For Canadian football, position by position. We're going 4-3-3.
Okay.
It's a sexy new modern form.
That's nice.
None of this 4-4-2 nonsense in the past. 4-3-3.
I like it.
You could decide whether you put more weight on club careers or international career. It's up to you. We'll debate, we'll have a consensus, we'll move on.
I'm nervous.
Let's start with goalkeepers. Okay, there's been some really great goalkeepers over the years. I mentioned Craig Forrest. With or without his hair, he's a legend.
Let's talk about the kit, though. Can we talk about the kit just to start?
Baggy.
Look at this.
Look at baggy.
Baggy goalkeeper uniform. Bring him back.
Yeah, Craig could have won a tight kit as well, couldn't he? Paul Dolan's in there, Max Krapokos, Milan Borjan. All right, Jimmy, if you were picking your all-time Canadian 11, they're all in their prime. They're playing Brazil tomorrow. Who's in goal for you?
It's a good list. Very good list, but I'm going to go with Craig Forrest. I got to play with Craig. I know exactly what he's like. One of the best goalkeepers I ever played with. You look at his career, playing for Ipswich, West Ham, Chelsea. In my opinion, he is the best.
Colchester?
He is the best. He went on loan to Colchester, yes.
You're bringing up Colchester.
Yeah.
Just saying,
I love it.
He's a legend.
Oh, man. He is a legend. I think, too, when we were doing this list, or trying to figure out this list as well, there's certain people that you just can't really skip by, that naturally you just want to say. And I think as well, it's not about the fact that you watched him on, or that I watched him on Sportsnet as a kid. It's just like his presence, if that counts for something, why Craig Forrest is at the top. But I wonder if there's a close second. And I'm looking at maybe, who do you feel? Is that Max Krapokos? Is he close enough? Did he do enough for Canada?
2 World Cups.
Was it just out, 2 World Cups? A guy as well that...
Almost,
you know,
2 World Cups,
almost,
say.
But
yeah. We know.
Yeah, but a player obviously of a lot of quality and has stepped up for Canada in a big way as of late. Is that a player maybe to mention and to maybe have that number 1 spot?
Well, you got to pick who you want.
I said Craig Forrest, but I was like, it was difficult because I don't think Krapokos is that far off. That's what I was trying to say. I know he's number 2, but
Does
it's not
matter
like...
that he didn't play in Europe?
No, not for me. I think the reason why I say this is because we're going to look at this list and we're going to come with our 11. It's who stepped up big for Canada. So for club form, there's no question, right? Craig Forrest is a huge name and he's had the most decorated career as a keeper. But for Canada, Max Krapokos, there are some times Copa America, qualified, that he just stood on his head for Canada and won so many hearts.
Shaka Hislop once said to us, Jimmy, that in 2000, Craig Forrest was playing the best football in the world at that point for the Gold Cup. And of course, you got the MVP in that tournament.
You got MVP of this tournament, Gold Cup.
But are we dismissing Milan Borjan a little bit here? What he did for Canada in the build-up to the last World Cup in 2022, he was outstanding.
And some of those matches in sweatpants as well.
In sweatpants. Yeah, which you should get some points for sweatpants.
Yeah.
Right? It's a brave man to wear those things.
Not I. I'm not wearing sweatpants.
Milan did more than
Milan gets a shout.
You know, he gets a shout. Listen, they're all good. Paul Dolan, Pat Onstead, legends of the game as well.
Great keepers.
It might be, in fact, the most impressive selection of players in these lists. These are all top-quality goalkeepers.
Definitely.
But we're all agreeing that Craig Forrest.
Craig could take the number 1.
Right,
I feel okay with that. I think we'll argue about a couple others, but Craig feels right.
There you go,
Stacks gets the
Stacks.
votes. Yeah.
Look at that.
You can buy us a beer next week for that.
You got no chance.
Right backs. Now, the list we have here, and listen, if you don't agree with the list, let us know, please, who else you'd add to this list. Competing are Bob Iarrushi, of course, Alistair Johnston, Richie Larea, Bob Lenarduzzi, Paul Stalteri, and Frank Yallop, former coach, of course, 2 former coaches of Canada on that list there. Let's start with you, Jordan. Who's your right back if you're playing, forget Brazil, you're playing Spain tomorrow, the World Cup final?
I'm going to dub the grumpiest man in football, period. Paul Stalteri as my right back.
Yeah.
The grumpiest man. I only shared a locker room with him for a year. And man, it was like I won the lottery every time he smiled.
Yeah.
It didn't matter if we had a great win, a last-ditch tackle. Grumpiest man ever. But boy, was he consistent for Canada. Yeah. And I'm talking about, like, it doesn't matter if you're going Tottenham, Fulham, like watching him again on Sportsnet as well on Saturdays. But just the way that he is such a devout professional right back. If we're playing whoever, right? And this is not now because obviously hips and he's getting older, but in his prime, Paul Stalteri.
He has got that steely gaze, which is quite intimidating.
Oh, he's a killer. He's a killer. I put him there. I will say, I don't know if you're going to go there, Gaff, but obviously through time, you look at 84 caps for Paul Stalteri. Maybe Johnson at a point might overtake him. He has the potential to at his age.
Well, that's a great point because listen, some of these players of the current Canadian team, they're still in their midst, in their prime. They're not even in their prime.
And how much they're going to do for Canada if you're going to go to 3 World Cups? Like, these are all things you got to take into consideration. But right now, I couldn't build a team of the best 11 and not have Paul Stalteri at right back.
I agree. I'm going to take Paul Stalteri. Listen, Frank Gallup, another good fullback. Alistair Johnson, for me, is a terrific footballer, great right back. And one of my favorite players as well, Richie Larea. But it's hard for me not to pick Paul Stalteri, a guy that played for Werder Bremen, won the Bundesliga, won a Gold Cup for his country, captained his country. I just think with this list, Paul Stalteri is a guy for me at right back.
Yeah, he's my right back as well.
Not taking away anything else from these other players because they're all terrific.
Just because you pick one player doesn't mean you hate the other players, right? Often in these lists, you'll be accused of saying, oh, well, why didn't you like this guy? It's not about that. You've got to pick one.
But also, if you in the chat or at home and you're making your 11, just say why and who you're taking out. Because we do these lists all the time. It's like, okay, well, how's this person not in the list? Take the person that we have out as well and put that person in and see if your team is better.
And listen, going for a beer, Bobby Irushi is a lot of fun as well.
Yeah, he's a great guy
Great guy. So let's not rule him out just yet. But yeah, Stolly, back in those days at Spurs, even Fulham for a little bit, but at Werder Bremen, winning the Bundesliga in an era where no one outside of Bayern Munich won the Bundesliga. It was amazing. He was a top player at Werder Bremen, so I think that's a great call. Definitely Paul Stalteri is the consensus pick for the starting right back.
We're agreeing right now. This is nice. I wonder where
I think it's going to change soon.
Yeah, look at him putting the page. You're doing it like a teacher.
Left backs it won't. Listen.
Look at him like this.
I've never seen Jimmy so prepared for a second.
Oh, this is great. Left backs.
Left backs. All right, so you got Fonzie, of course. Still very much entering his prime, really.
Yeah.
Richard Hastings, Gold Cup legend, of course. Mike Klukowski kept a certain Jimmy Brennan out of left back for a while there.
Look at that.
Jimmy will argue his position later on in today's show.
I never played left back for Canada.
I know, because Klukowski was there, wasn't that way?
No, Mike came after. Ante Jasic played left back.
Okay, sorry, I stand corrected. Colin Miller, outstanding player. Bruce Wilson, of course, different generation. Okay, Jimmy, left back, you know very well the position. Who's your starting left back?
Alphonso Davies.
Right.
Not even a question for me. And look, these are all great left backs as well, and I played with a few of them. But for me, it's got to be Alphonso Davies. Just already what he's done in his career. We know what he's capable of going forward, defending. I think he's a guy that's going to be in my team as a left back. And I need him to support me for when I'm a bit further out.
I was waiting for it. Fonzie, you got it? Yeah. That's you not tracking back. Okay, Fonzie, I'm here. It has to be him, right?
Yeah.
There's so many times when we talk about Alphonso Davies, and I always just say the best player that Canada has ever had. And like, there's been some gems and some players I've looked up to, but you think about productivity, potential, pace, whatever other P word I can come up with, like that is him, right? I think what people at home might say is he hasn't done it yet, maybe for Canada, which is fair to some degree, but he's also in his mid-20s. This is a guy who could still go 2 more World Cups, probably win another Champions League as well. And we talk about what you do for Canada and what you've done for club. What he's achieved at the club level, like, come on.
Like it's
nowhere close, right? So you think about a player like that, you have to put him at the left back position. He has to be in the starting 11. He has to be in the best 11 of all time.
And people will, like you mentioned, his Canadian record. But listen, he is a captain. He scored that goal against Panama. When this whole era kicked off back in 2019 against the US at BMO Field, he scored the goal.
Yeah,
right?
He scored against Croatia.
Against Croatia.
The first goal at the World Cup.
That's right, so he's got his moments.
He definitely has.
And like you said, he's got many more moments, given that he's only 25 years of age.
He's got plenty of time.
Yeah.
And he's already made our list.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a lock-in. That one, for me, you can't really argue.
He might be one of 2 or 3 of the current team that will make this 11, I think, by the end of it. We'll find out for that exact reason. Okay, centre-backs.
This will get fun.
This was tough.
This will get fun.
All right. Again, bear in mind that it's what they've accomplished so far in their careers. Okay? So, Moyes Bambito, we know what Moyes is going to be, I think. Has he done enough so far? Jason DeVos, captain back in 2000. David Edgar, remember that goal in the Premier League?
How can you
launched
forget?
his career? Oh, my word, outstanding.
Was he playing right back then, though?
He was.
He was right back, yeah.
Right back.
You have to do a shift that day.
Big
he had a certain player you had to mark. Is that a game he scored against Cristiano Ronaldo?
Oh,
I think
he scored against Cristiano Ronaldo.
I think it was that.
Right.
Yeah.
I think you might be right.
I think he was locking him down and then ended up taking a joyride and then scoring as well. So.
Kevin McKenna, Randy Samuel, who any former player I speak to just speaks so highly of how good he actually was. Stephen Vittoria, an absolute warrior. Right now, John Herdman's right-hand man in Indonesia. And Mark Watson, who's done really well post-career, staying in football at the top level. Okay, Jimmy, who are your centre-backs here?
My centre-backs. If I look at this list, and Moise Bombito for me is one of the best centre-backs that we've ever produced in this country. I'm definitely going to be taking him because what he offers as well, defensively, the pace that he has, how he reads the game and sees it. But other defenders and guys that I've played with as well, Mark Watson was absolutely brilliant to play alongside. I know David Edgar very well as a friend. Kevin McKenna as well, who played a lot of games in the Bundesliga in Germany, who actually could play striker if needed.
That's right. Yeah.
But then Randy Samuel, and I always remember watching Randy Samuel, and I just thought he had this presence on the field. He was a leader, a great defender. So I think I'm going to go Moise Bombito, and it's a toss-up between Kevin McKenna and Randy Samuel.
You got to choose one.
I know, I'm getting there.
He's thinking of
We got time here.
We have got time.
I'm going to go with Moise Bombito, and I'm going to take Kevin McKenna as my centre back. Kevin McKenna. Yeah. Big presence at the back, aggressive, good in the air. I'm taking you, Kev.
I have to work through it as well. So the one that we have that we can share, that's mutual. So I guess we'll lock that one in is McKenna. Looking at clips, hearing people that have talked about him, all of that has to be a shoo-in as well. Now, this is where it gets tricky. I don't think Moise is there yet. I think that he could be. And I understand everything that you say, Jimmy, in terms of his presence, his pace, and all that, what he brings. But I still think this is a rich position in terms of like Canadian history and heritage. Like Randy Samuels, for me, this is the reason why I wanted to play like sweeper growing up. I kid you not, back when there was sweeper, it's like someone that just read the play, a Trini guy as well, obviously Canadian, but Trini heritage.
But you're Jamaican heritage.
Just Caribbean. No, but islands. We're all together. Don't worry. He's like, you're not Trini. No, but just someone to like emulate and look up to. I feel like that was there. David Edgar as well gets a shout.
Yeah.
He gets a shout. Yeah. And it's so tricky because there's only two spots. So I'm going to lock in McKenna. And I want to say David Edgar, but I got to put Randy Samuels. I have to. Just based off of the hero and who he was for me, I got to put him in there. But Edgar gets a shout. If someone gets injured right away or in warm-up, Edgar's in there.
Edgar's in there, yeah?
Yeah, he's in there.
Yeah, no, I like that as well. McKenna as well was probably the first on my list. Hearts and Köln in Germany. He was just brilliant. And like you said, did score some big goals in Germany, in the Bundesliga, don't forget, the top level of European football.
He was so good on set pieces as well, like just really a clever defender. I like him.
A couple of guys I want to quickly mention here before we just clarify and confirm who our top two is. Stephen Vittoria kind of came to the party a little bit late. Probably part of the reason why he didn't get votes here. Jason DeVos, right? Gold Cup.
It's true. Captain?
Yeah.
He was, right? Just he replaced Craig Forrest.
Yeah.
Right?
He gets a mention. Can I talk about the one player that you mentioned in Victoria as well?
Yeah.
I think so much was happening at the last World Cup in terms of some of the best players were still so young, like Jay David, Alphonso Davies, Eustachio to some degree, and it was like the first World Cup. And so he was that guy for me that like kind of cemented the group. But everyone's like, oh, there should be better center backs than him. Man, he was devout. Like when you're there with a club and a country before they're good, right? And you're there putting up numbers and putting up a shift and always going into camp, you deserve your flowers. So it's tough. You got to pick two spots. Yeah. But I always have respect for Victoria and the Victoria family for how what they've done for Canada, right? This is the thing.
You're right. And Mark Watson as well. Let's give him a shout out. 100%. Great guy in the dressing room. He was incredible. One of the best guys that I actually played football with.
You're smiling, so I know you got the stories.
My God.
Okay, so
he's the funniest man in the world.
Is he?
We knew this would be the hardest one to choose. So we need a two, though. I think we all agree on McKenna.
Yeah. McKenna's a lock.
All right, he's in.
And I say Randy Samuel.
And you have Moise. No, and I get the Moise. I think he will be there for sure eventually. I just think it's a little bit early. And that's the reason why I have Randy Samuel.
Yeah, I like Randy. There was a toss-up for me, Charms, but I'm going with Moise. Just because what he can give me defensively. If we're struggling with balls over top.
He likes fast defenders.
I do like
you
fast
do. You're just like
Yeah.
The quick ones.
And aggressive.
We're more old school, aren't we?
A little bit.
Yeah. Okay, listen, so that's half the team done. It gets, I won't say it gets harder, but it gets equally as hard, shall we say, with midfield and attack. There's Stefan Eustachio, he's done enough. He's still in the prime of his career. How about that guy, Julian de Guzman, I'll give you a little teaser. He walks into my team every single time. So midfielders and forwards when we come back.